Two Souls Yoga. Just taking the time to give a short video in regards to the beautiful painting that we had put onto the wall in the last, I'd say, few weeks here at Two Souls Yoga. There was a lot of thought and meaning in the placement and what is behind the picture that has been beautifully drawn on the wall by Monique, who is a local artist here in Sudbury, Ontario. And then also, hopefully I get the name right, but it's Tedon Godala. So he is a fellow that has come from India, and he was working with Monique in regards to placing and maybe putting everything in all together. We had many discussions in regards to how we wanted all of this to fit within the space and what kind of meanings we wanted to bring forth in regards to having this painted on the wall. One thing that I'd really love to start with is noticing the branches that actually come from all parts of the center point of the mural. So these branches represent the tree of life, learning to expand, learning to grow. The midsection is rooting, so representing the tree trunk of a tree, right? And noticing that with the tree trunk and all the grounding forces that come within that, creating a place of safety, grounding, exploration, and allowing us to expand and grow with the changing seasons. So we know as here in Northern Ontario, we have many different seasons. We have 4, right? So the tree takes place in all these different stages, just like stages in our life. So when we go through these fluctuations of where, you know, we feel good about ourselves, we feel, you know, expanded and light, and maybe that's a representation of like summer when our leaves are on the trees and everything's bright and green and we have a lot of energy. And then in the winter months, we tend to go a little bit more dormant. So we find those stages in our lives that sometimes we feel the urges to kind of look for more comforting things. Maybe times where kind of things pop up and in and out. So the tree represents a lot. It is a form that we have taken from nature and brought it into the studio here to help reflect upon our practices, what we say in our classes, how we feel about each other, and what the space really truly does offer. Second of all, I want to bring your attention to this beautiful lotus flower. So the extensions of the lotus flower being closer to the ground, being rooted in. So if anybody knows anything about lotus flowers, we know that they grow from the most muddiest of places. So how do we get something so beautiful that comes from a place of, you know, a background where not a lot of it doesn't look beautiful, right? And we always have this perception that beauty, you know, comes from a place of where we've experienced that. Well, noticing in the lotus flower, there's many of us that come from backgrounds that we've had experiences in our past life, and you know that experiences within maybe our childhood, and you know recently that I've kind of discussed that, I've become a little bit more open about what happened to me in my teenage years with sexual abuse, and knowing that that happened to me, but something beautiful is coming forward because of it. So I really feel that the lotus flower is such a great representation about how we can grow as people and become beautiful and enlightened, and even though we have experienced many things in life that maybe, you know, weren't so great or didn't make us feel so good, that if we learn to see like the brighter things and look at the end result of those situations, we can see such beauty. So the diamond in the middle represents each and every one of us. So this deity isn't a god of worship. This is our soul. This is who we are as individuals. So it represents each and every person that actually comes into the studio. It's the heart of the piece. Just knowing like the trunk of the tree is that soul. This is where we represent soul figures. So much higher power. We have a sense of a greater consciousness. We have a sense of, you know, looking within ourselves and seeing that higher power. That's who the deity is. It's each and every one of you that walk into this room and see yourself surrounded, rooted down into the ground, knowing that we've had past experiences in our life that don't really, you know, make us shine at times, but when we see through them and past them and we work through our disturbances and those rocky passing roads, that we can be very powerful, okay? So that's the whole representation of the deity. And the reason why the deity does have a dot on the forehead is actually to represent that yoga originated in India. So this isn't any kind of god of some sort that we worship. It's actually ourselves, okay? But honoring and respecting that yoga did originate from India. So let's give them some respect. Let's show them that, you know, we honor and have the power to bring what they have discovered into our studio, and we honor what they have, you know, taught us, basically. Now, all the colors around this beautiful rainbow have so many different meanings. Now, first of all, the greatest thing is the chakras, because they do represent the chakras, colors. So the base here is the root chakra, which is red, okay? Then we come up, the next one is our sacral chakra, which is orange. Then the midsection of our body, which is our solar plexus, which is a bright yellow. And then in the heart center here is green, which is our heart chakra. And then we move up to the throat here, which is blue. This is our communication piece, the heart of being able to express ourselves. And then the top one in between the eyebrow center is the third eye. So this is a representation of also like a purple or a darker blue. They sometimes kind of, the colors change from person to person or meaning. And then also the very top one is the crown chakra, which is an exploration of, I've also seen it in white and purple. And this is our greater consciousness to the universe. This is our ability to kind of open up and accept everything that kind of comes our way and know that we will be taken care of. We can read the signs and the signals. These beautiful colors of the rainbow also represent there's so many people in life. We here at Two Souls honor every single person that walks into our doors with open arms, with respect, with complete honor to have them here, you know, to share space with them and share energy with them. And it also represents, when we think about, you know, pride, and we think about all the different kinds of, you know, people and the sequences that have happened throughout the world, we can see these bright colors magnifying. So they start, you know, within our heart center and they move out towards expanding. So learning that we can expand within our minds if we can appreciate and understand what these meanings actually represent, okay? Last but not least, my favorite part. And so much is that the two birds on the wall represent deaths, basically. So the ability to kind of know spirit and understand that it does come in many different forms. So the two birds represent Danny and I, dads that have passed away. So the mourning dove here is Danny's dad that has passed away, and then the blue jay here is my dad that passed away. So just opening our space to kind of know that we are so supported in everything that we do. When you allow yourself to experience and nurture and communicate and be open to that greater consciousness, that greater awareness, and that self-acceptance, so many things happen within. The mandala, just behind the deity, represents that we come in so many different forms, shapes, sizes, and every time that you look at this beautiful mural, I want people to notice something new. I want to kind of gaze and just see that we don't always look at everything the same each day when we open up our eyes. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, a new opportunity to see the world and see the things around us in a different way. So if we can learn to expand upon that thinking, then we invite it more and more into our lives, and we learn to accept a lot more into our lives. It was such an honor to work with Monique on putting this whole mural together. We take great pride here at Two Souls. We love it very much, and everybody that's come across it has seemed to really enjoy it as well. I just felt that we needed to kind of further explain and understand the meaning and the pride behind the whole concept of why this painting is the way it is on the wall. So I thank you very much for taking the time to listen to what we have to offer here. Stay tuned, because I will be making some more videos, maybe concentrating on each chakra individually and giving you a lot more information in regards to what it does with the body's alignment and stuff. Stay tuned. Love you.